Hi, my name is Pooh Sprague. My family and I own Edgewater Farm here in Plainfield, New Hampshire, along the Connecticut River. We've been here since 1974 when we bought it from an extension agent, Stan Colby. Our product mix at the farm is one of small fruit and vegetables and ornamentals in the spring. We're not certified organic, we're a conventional farm. Try to do as much organically that we can, and we have a complete toolbox when things get rough. I was asked to talk about probably what would be one of the most important pieces of equipment that we have on the farm. For us, the one that gets run multiple times a day is this skid steer right here. We've had skid steers on the property since the 90s, and before we used to put everything on forks and use the tractor buckets, and we found that to be cumbersome, tipping pallets over with heavy weights. We needed counterweights and everything, so we upped our game and bought a skid steer. The skid steer helps unload bulk pallets of everything from compost to packaging, boxes and 1-on-1/9, things like that. We also use a skid steer to make compost. We also use a skid steer to move articles on pallets or 25 bushel pallet bins. This runs daily from the end of February. Once we start bedding plant season, we will fill bins and pallets of hanging baskets that we have from our soil mixer that we have set up in this barn to our right, and pre-fill everything and take them to the various houses, because we don't have a head house to run our 12 or 14 greenhouses down here. So we have to take everything from the soil mixer and the soil has to be thawed out, so that all gets put together and then moved over to the greenhouses on skids and pallet boxes. Later in the summer, we have tools on the front of this that we use around here. We have a lot of small fields and access points, so there's a lot of dirt roads. Occasionally the roads will wash out, or heavy traffic use will have them. The ones with hills will get washboardy. So we bought 2 years ago, we bought a Harley rake, which sort of redistributes the gravel on the road and smooths it up. We also have a brush clamp so that we can go around the outside of the fields. We don't drag and chip brush anymore. We pick up all our brush and compress it with the brush clamp, another one of the tools. And we also have a heavy-duty flail head that goes on the front of this that we can mow pretty heavy brush up to 2 or 3 inches. You can buy this machine with different options. The one we have here has, as you'll see, has rubber tracks on it. And we have this particular model because it's more stable in rough terrain, which we like. And it's a little heavier machine with the undercarriage. You can buy them wheeled loaders. They're a lot more articulate, and if you're going to plow snow, you can put chains on those wheels during the winter and use them for snow removal. We have a bucket that we can push snow on the level, but with these tracks being so smooth, they're dangerous on any kind of a hill situation. So it doesn't have as much use in the winter for snow removal that the wheel loader might have. And the heavy tracks, they also contribute obviously to the cost of the machine. You can get machines with heated cabs. Most of them all come with some sort of the ROPS and some sort of cab on it. We have here is the hydraulic bank for the machine. A big hydraulic motor runs not only the tracks and the wheels and skid steers, but also as external power like a PTO on a tractor. Everything is done with hydraulics, high flow, low flow. This provides the power to post hole diggers, to hammer mills, to front mounted bush hogs, snow blowers, everything. All the power comes, a couple of quick connect hoses, and that's run controls on your joysticks. Very handy. There's a universal mounting plate that all the attachments go on. 2 handles, flip up you back away from it. You can put on a bucket, a material bucket. There's a wide range of machines now designed to go on these post hole diggers. We have one of those to go on this as we use posts in staking a lot of our cherry tomatoes in the field. Saves a lot of time, trellising, and all the construction things that you might want to consider using around your farm. But for us, just the forks are probably the most utilized piece of equipment. You'll see in the background pallets stacked up. Everything that comes in here comes in on a pallet. We accumulate a lot of them. You know, you just find a use to put things on pallets, whether it's plants, whatever. So this is just all part of the noise and magic that we have here. It's a very, very handy machine, very dependable. My guess, this one we've had for 10 years. We replaced the tracks once on it, and I think it cost us about $3,500. Probably got another 2 years out of the tracks before we have to replace them again. I think a machine like this probably now will run you in the neighborhood of probably $60,000. So it's a chunk of change. The wheeled versions probably run less, and I'm sure there are different brands that you could look into that probably cost less than Kubota too. But for us, our dealer, this Town Line Equipment, they're just right down the road. It's very convenient. We haven't ever really needed parts. I think I had one service call on it where I had a little problem with one of the hydraulic outlets or electrical switch solenoid, but other than that, it's been a trouble-free machine.